For nearly a century, we have told ourselves a specific story about the history of medicine. In this story, the world was a defenseless place against bacterial infections until 1928, when Alexander Fleming famously discovered penicillin. We view the era before modern antibiotics as a dark age of medicine. But what if that narrative is wrong? What if ancient civilizations were using advanced antibiotics, not by accident, but as a part of their daily lives, over 1,000 years ago? The evidence for this groundbreaking theory wasn't found in an ancient library or a forgotten scroll. It was found inside the mouths of the dead. Specifically, it was found within the mineralized dental plaque of skeletons from ancient Nubia and medieval Europe. In the late 20th century, bioarchaeologists began examining the skeletal remains of people who lived along the Nile in ancient Nubia, modern-day Sudan, between 350 and 550 AD. When they placed the bones under ultraviolet light, they saw something impossible, a distinct, neon-green glow. This glow is a signature of tetracycline, a broad-spectrum antibiotic that was only officially patented in the 1950s. At first, researchers thought it was a fluke or modern contamination. But further analysis of the dental calculus, the hardened plaque on the teeth, confirmed the truth. These ancient people weren't just exposed to antibiotics, they were saturated with them. The levels were so high and consistent that it was clear this wasn't an accidental encounter with a moldy piece of bread. It was a calculated part of their diet. So, how did ancient Nubians get their hands on a 20th century miracle drug? The answer lies in their beer. Ancient Nubian beer was more than just a drink, it was a thick, porridge-like fermented grain product. Scientists discovered that the grain used for brewing was contaminated with Streptomyces, a soil bacterium that produces tetracycline. Crucially, the Nubians seem to have mastered the fermentation process to maximize the production of this medicine. They were, in effect, running a primitive pharmaceutical lab in their fermentation jars. This antibiotic-heavy diet likely protected them from bone diseases and infections that would have been fatal to other populations at the time. This discovery changes everything we thought we knew about the primitive past. It suggests that while they might not have understood the concept of bacteria in the way we do, ancient humans were master observers of their environment. They understood that certain foods or brews had healing properties, and they integrated that knowledge into their survival strategy. Recent studies on the oral microbiome of ancient teeth from Europe have shown similar patterns. We are finding evidence that our ancestors used various herbs, fungi, and fermented products that acted as natural defenses long before we had a name for them. It raises a fascinating question: how much other medical wisdom have we lost to time, thinking we were the first to discover the secrets of nature? As we face a modern crisis of antibiotic resistance, looking back at how ancient populations lived in balance with these substances is more important than ever. These ancient teeth are telling us a story of a world where medicine and food were one and the same. They remind us that the history of human innovation isn't a straight line, it's a series of rediscoveries. We are not just the masters of the future, we are the students of a very wise, very old past. The next time you look at a museum display of ancient remains, remember, those teeth are still talking, and it's time we started listening. If you found this discovery as mind-blowing as we did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. We dive deep into the mysteries of the past and the science of the future every single week. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a secret from history. Subscribe now and tell us in the comments, do you think ancient humans had even more advanced lost technology?